Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. So last week we had a pretty exciting week, trading. So really quickly, let's just review what we did last week, what we had for last week, and then we are really gonna see how to make this week or so another profitable week. Okay, so guys, let's dive into the chart. So on my chart right now is GBP USD, and last week we had the price close at this point. So price was reacting on this demand last week, and I told you guys that there's a chance we could see a bullish reaction from here and we could target the weekly supply up here. But I said that was only probable if we saw the break of this high at around 1.2436, right? 1.2436. Okay, so we had the bearish scenario play out. We didn't see the break of that high, and I told you that I was actually bearish on the chart. That I was expecting GBP USD to tank up to this low. So if you've not watched the previous video, do well to go check it out. This low is resting at 1.2125, right? So 1.2125. So that's where that low is resting. So I told you guys I was expecting to see GBP at that low. I told you this was liquidity resting at this area on the chart, and I expected it to be swept. Okay, so far we've seen about approximately 50% right, if not more, okay, towards the demand order. So that was an excellent forecast for last week, and I believe if you watched this video last week, it would have given you very clear insight on what to expect, and it was indeed a profitable one. In the channel we had, or in our academy, we had some people passing their prop term challenges, their testimonies, from the channel. We had lots of testimonies from last week trades, and they were excellent. So guys, let's quickly dive into what we're going to be expecting for the week moving forward in GBP USD. But before I proceed, if you've not subscribed to this channel, do well to click on the subscribe menu right in front of you, so when next we drop amazing contents like this, you will be the first to benefit. Like I always say, we have very great accuracy if you observe. So go back to our previous videos, check out our previous forecast, and you see we have like over 95% accuracy on our forecast. So do well to subscribe so you can always be notified. Trading is not something we do for, we don't joke here. I mean, if you're trading, I'm sure you're trading to make money. So come on, what does it cost you, right? Just get in touch and see what's obtainable on the charts, right? Okay, so for GBP USD, what do we expect to have this week? So as always, we'll quickly do a top-down analysis. So let's see the weekly time frame very quickly. Okay, so on the weekly time frame, we have GBP USD to be very bearish. So we have broken this structural low right here. Okay, so I've broken that low, and like I told you guys, we created this supply point here. I've always been talking about this sell right from, it's been a while I've been talking about this sell. So we have this supply point which I've marked and I've refined on the lower time frame. But like I said, I'm expecting to see GBP USD around this area, okay, on the weekly time frame. Okay, so we are still bearish and we are still tanking down on GBP USD. So the weekly structure, we see we reacted of a supply. If you've been following this channel, many of those parts will be very clear to you. Okay, and then the weekly is also bearish. Like I've always said, we've been creating series of lower lows and lower highs, right? Lower lows and lower highs. Yeah, so that's that for the weekly structure on GBP USD. Then let's quickly see the daily structure. So on the weekly structure, this is where we expect to see a serious bounce on GBP USD. Okay, then on the daily structure, what do we have? So for the daily structure, we see that we just broke through the last structural low up here, which I said we could have seen some bullish reaction. So we broke through it and we flipped it from this area. So there's a valid supply point here. Okay, so I could just mark them out probably while on the chart here. Let's just mark it out. So we have this very valid supply point here created on GBP USD. Yeah, so pay critical attention to these levels, guys. Pay critical attention. So that's that for the daily time frame. So we have that point, and then we also have this area here. Okay, but that point is good. Let's leave it at that. Okay, so we have that GBP USD, and I told you from last week forecast that I'm expecting to see price at this level here. So this is the next level I'm hoping to see price get to. So for the daily structure, it's still bearish. Okay, it's been breaking series of demand zones to the downsides. Then let's see the 4-hour structure, guys. So for the 4-hour structure, what do we have here? Okay, so for the 4-hour structure, we still have price to be pumping down to the downside, and we are currently reacting off a strong area on the chart right now, guys. So you have to pay attention to this. You have to pay critical attention to this, guys. So we are reacting off this low, and this is a valid low. Okay, it's a valid level that could give us some decent reaction. It broke structure here to the upside. Okay, yeah, we swept some set of liquidity into the zone here. So let's see how we react on this zone, guys. So I already mapped it out before I started doing this, so it will be easier for me. So let's see how we react on this zone. So from here we could see some form of bullish mitigation up to this daily supply point up here. Okay, so we could see some form of bullish reaction up to this level. This was the level that flipped through this demand zone, and it's valid on the daily time frame, guys. So but firstly, before we even get here, you want to see this level break. Okay, so this is a very valid level. This is the last high we have here, so this will be the confirmation for a buy. Okay, so once this level this level is at 1.2325 on GBP USD. Once it breaks, then we can target upper regions on the chart, and the first region we will target for buys is going to be 1.2400, and then the second region we are going to be targeting for buys is going to be the weekly supply points refined on the daily, which is 1.2606. okay, so with that said, guys, I hope that's clear enough. Then for the bearish continuation on the 4-hour time frame, we want to see 1.2222 break. So once we see the zone at 1.22, probably once price gets to 1.2218, then that's the confirmation we can sell down to this zone. So this is where I want to see price at the end of the week. I want to see price react on this zone. So this is a very valid low. I don't expect us to break this low in a hurry, so this low should give us a decent bounce to the upside. Yeah, and this low, like I said, is at 1.2125. okay, so let's see the 1-hour chart. Lastly, the 1-hour chart, what do we have there? So for the 1-hour chart, just an expanded version of what we have already on the chart. So like I said, guys, what I'm expecting is I want to see price at this level. Okay, so I said this since last week and some weeks ago. This is where I want to see price, 1.2125. So but we could see a form of bullish reaction from where we are now, because we are reacting at a strong point, and if we react here decently, this is a good stop point to continue the sell to the downside. Okay, and I've called those numbers already. So this is a valid supply on the chart. Watch out for that area, and then if this area is taken out, this area will not be taken out. I don't expect this area to be taken out. Okay, so but I don't even think we'll come this far, so this is just enough to pull us down here. Okay, so from this level we can see a bounce. Okay, we can see a bounce maybe up to higher regions on the chart, but let's see how it goes this week. So for GBP USD, I'm expecting more bearish intent. If we go up, it will be towards mitigation to done. So I hope that's clear enough, guys. So if you want further price updates, do well to join our academy, the Proficient Traders Academy, and there we'll give you signals, we'll give you current forecast or current updates on price action. You know, we do trade recap, we recap through our trades, and we do webinars and a whole lot of valuable content for you guys. So you could join in, and then if you can't join there, you could join our free Telegram group where we drop trades, setups, and we drop signals periodically, so you could join in. Okay, yeah, so that's that for that basically. Now let's see. Okay, let's see gold, guys. Let's see gold. Okay, so for gold, we had that price closed. We had the price closed at this point. Okay, so this was where price closed last week, and then I remember I said I was expecting gold to react firmly on this trend line, so hence we already reacted from here. So I said I expected gold to dump further. Yeah, I expected gold to dump further up to this level first, and then from this level, this very, very strong resistance level, or support level rather. If you've been going through our previous forecast, you would have understood these levels already, because I've been talking about it. Okay, so but what do we have? I also gave you the bullish scenario. I told you the bullish scenario is that if we break through this very, very valid trend line that we have on the weekly, daily, and on the 4-hour. So I told you the moment we break up the trend line, we would see a bounce to the upside, and I told you that we'll go as high as probably 1980. So but what do we see, guys? What happened? We saw a breakout of the trend line, and then from this breakout we had a decent push to the upside, and then we bounced on it again, and then we saw a spike up. Okay, so if you followed previous forecast, you should have been very profitable on this. You know, this trade was shared on all our groups, on both the free Telegram group, and also on our academy. In our academy on Discord, we shared this setup. You know, everybody partook in this trade, and it was decent. We had to go past the challenges from trades like this. Okay, so yeah, guys, so that was what played out. We couldn't really get to the high up there at 1980, and the reason is that this high here internally, this is the internal structure on the 1 hour. So yeah, this is the internal structure of the high time frame structure. So but this high is a strong high, okay, and the reason is that it kind of broke through this low on the downside here, so it's a strong high structurally, and then we reacted off this supply point here, and then we began to see bearish intent. So guys, now this is where we are now. So let's look at what we should expect this week for gold very quickly. So what should you expect for gold this week? Before I give you the forecast, let's just see the higher time frame intent. So let's do a top-down analysis on gold, guys, really quickly. Okay, so on the weekly time frame, what we have is that this trend line is still being respected on the weekly time frame. So what we see is just a week above, but we don't see a candle close above the trend line. Okay, so this trend line is still very much valid on the weekly time frame. Yeah, and if this holds, we've been seeing series of lower highs and lower lows, then that is going to continue to the downside. Okay, and then apart from that, let's look at the daily time frame really quickly, guys. So on the daily time frame, what do you see for GBP, for gold rather? This is gold, guys. So what do we see for gold? We saw price broke out of the trend line but could not stay above at this level. Okay, sorry, I couldn't mark that. So at this level here, we saw price break above the trend line but it couldn't stay above, so it's in right now and it's rejecting on the trend line right now. This is happening on the daily time frame. So, and structurally we are still going down because there's no shift in structure here. We didn't even break the high, and I've told you this high kind of broke through the previous low, so we didn't break it. We can see price rejecting from that level. Okay, and then on the 4-hour time frame, really quickly, what do we have for gold? So on the 4-hour time frame, on the 4-hour time frame, we have that we are currently reacting off a supply level that I have marked already on the chart. So we are reacting off this level, a very valid supply level. Okay, so yeah, we are reacting on that level. This is a very strong demand level, but price kind of broke through it. So hence price broke through this demand level here. We can expect proper reaction from this supply level. Okay, so this can bring us down. So but the first thing for this to bring us down, we have to see price break into the trend line on the 4-hour time frame, and then from there we can target lower areas. Okay, so lastly, let's look at the 1-hour time frame. So on the 1-hour time frame, guys, this is really clear now. So stay with me. Let's do this really quickly. So on the 1-hour time frame, what can we expect? We can expect to see price is currently reacting off this very clear supply point here already marked out. So from this level, once we break below this trend line, we could probably see another tap of this trend line and then target lower areas on the chart. So I'm bearish on gold, guys. What do I expect? I expect to see price firstly at this low, and then after that low is taken out, I want to see price still at this level here. Okay, so let me give you the price figures. So this low is at 1902, so somewhere around 1902, 1903, around that area. That's the first TP for the week for me, and then the second area I'm looking at is 1985. Sorry, 1885, guys, 1885. So I expect very serious bearish intent for gold this week, guys. So that'll be all for the week. So if you have any questions based on the forecast, do well to drop a comment. Okay, drop a comment, share this video to other traders out there and get them to be enlightened on what to expect on the chart. Do well not to lose your funds trading this week. There are 2 rules of investing. First, make sure you don't lose money, and then second, never forget rule number 1. Okay, so guys, don't lose your funds trading this week. You could join us and trade with us and be proficient in your trading. So guys, that'll be all for now. Do have an excellent week ahead. Bye guys.